Welcome to ASTRALX, illuminating your cosmic path.
We're your guides, diving deep into the stars today.
Yes, and specifically, we're exploring the astrological landscape of 2025 for you, our listeners, focusing on men born under Cancer Sun with Aquarius Rising.
We've pulled together quite a bit of insight looking at these specific placements, but also the broader picture for the year.
Our mission really is to shed some light on how these cosmic energies might shape your unique path in 2025.
And it's a fascinating combination, isn't it? Cancer Sun, Aquarius Rising.
It really is.
You've got that progressive, freedom-loving Aquarius ascendant
Right.
paired with the deeply emotional, nurturing Cancer Sun. It's like, well, it's a key blend for navigating the year ahead.
Okay, so let's unpack that Aquarius rising first. For guys with this ascendant, 2025 looks like a year where independence, that value for freedom, really comes to the forefront.
Yeah, the sources really emphasize that, this preference for forging your own path, valuing autonomy.
So how might that actually, show up? Is it just a feeling, or could it be more like questioning things, looking for unconventional answer?
I think it's definitely more active than just a feeling. And remember, Uranus rules Aquarius.
Ah, right, the planet of change, innovation.
Exactly. So that brings in this spirit of being open to new experiences, maybe even eager to challenge the status quo.
A sort of trailblazer energy. The sources used terms like visionary, didn't they?
They did. Visionary trailblazer. So are you feeling that pull already toward something new, maybe unexpected?
And how does this present outwardly? Aquarius rising often gets described with a certain look, right? Maybe tall, lean, angular features.
Often.
Yeah.
And the eyes, usually described as bright, inquisitive, kind of hinting at that active mind.
An air of originality, maybe? Like the style choices might be a bit bold, unconventional.
Definitely unconventional.
Mm.
Expressing that individuality. Does that description kind of resonate with how you see yourself or how maybe others see you?
And socially, it's about the mind, isn't it? That intellectual connection is key.
Oh, absolutely. Seeking out people who love stimulating conversation, new ideas, and who also respect that need for freedom.
But there's that flip side, too, potentially seeming a bit aloof, detached.
Yeah.
Because that personal space is so important.
It's a common dynamic, yeah. Valuing freedom can sometimes create that impression. Do you recognize that in your own interactions?
When we look at the descriptions, words like quiet strength, cleverness, morality, that forward-thinking mindset keep popping up.
And that unquenchable thirst for knowledge, the unconventional approach, it paints quite a picture.
So taking all that in the outward style, the inner drive, how do you see this Aquarius rising energy really shaping things in 2025? The opportunities, the challenges.
Okay, now let's shift to the other core part, the Cancer Sun. This is where the emotional depths comes in.
Right. Deep sensitivity, empathy.
Very much so. You're likely highly empathetic, sentimental even, easily affected by the moods and feelings of others.
How do you think that heightened sensitivity might play out day to day in 2025?
Well, alongside that sensitivity comes a really strong pull towards home and family.
Finding comfort there, security. The sources often call it a sanctuary.
Exactly. Cherishing those bonds with loved ones. Home and family are paramount. How important does that feel for you looking ahead to this year?
And there's that nurturing instinct, too, isn't there? Protective.
A very strong instinct. Wanting to care for people, safeguard them, being attuned to their needs. It's fulfilling, right? Being that caregiver, creating support.
Does that nurturing drive feel like a big motivator for you?
It often is for Cancer Suns. But there's also the potential for moodiness and nostalgia.
Looking back, yeah, memories influencing the present.
Sentimental feelings can definitely shape your emotional state, even your choices. The past can feel very present sometimes.
How might that tendency influence decisions this coming year?
And that need for security we mentioned. It's fundamental. Home is the refuge.
Which might mean being a bit cautious with big changes, uncertainties.
It can, yeah. If stability feels threatened, caution kicks in. Are there any big shifts on your radar that might be highlighting this need for security right now?
We should also touch on sensitivity to criticism. That's often part of the Cancer Sun package.
It is. Harsh words or negative feedback can land pretty hard, feel quite personal.
So finding healthy ways to cope with that will be important for well-being in 2025. How do you usually handle criticism?
In relationships, though, that Cancer Sun brings incredible loyalty, dedication.
Valuing those deep emotional connections, being really affectionate.
Absolutely. Expressing feelings openly, being deeply committed.
Yeah.
And expecting that same commitment back.
But letting go of hurt, That can sometimes be tougher.
It can be a process, yes. How do you see your key relationships changing or deepening this year?
There was that interesting point from Jessica Adams about Cancer Sun men potentially being dedicated fathers, really valuing homemaking, DIY family as the cornerstone.
Yes, that really highlights the nurturing home focus side. Does that resonate with your own priorities, the roles you play?
Okay, so now the really interesting part. How do these two energies, Aquarius Rising and Cancer Sun, actually work together in 2025?
Well, there's potential for, let's call it dynamic tension,
Between the need for independence from Aquarius Rising?
and the need for emotional security and closeness from the Cancer Sun.
Yeah. So balancing personal freedom and intimacy is going to be a key theme.
A major theme. And also potentially a clash between logic, that intellectual Aquarius approach, and intuition, the Cancer Sun's feeling-based way of knowing.
So you might need to consciously try and integrate both.
Exactly. And maybe that unconventional outer persona feels a bit different from the more traditional inner self tied to home and family. How do you think you'll manage those kinds of internal dialogues?
But it's not just tension, right? There's harmony there too.
Oh, absolutely. Huge potential for synergy. Think about it. The humanitarian ideals of Aquarius Rising.
Fueled by the empathy of the Cancer Sun.
Precisely.
Hmm.
Leading to real compassionate action. And that intellectual curiosity can turn inward, fostering self-awareness.
And maybe the Aquarius detachment can help balance the Cancer intensity sometimes.
It definitely can. It provides perspective. How can you consciously tap into that potential for harmony, for integration this year?
It's interesting to look at similar combinations too, like Cancer Sun Aquarius Moon. Some sources say that balances care with social impact.
Right, suggesting the rising sign here might temper potential cleanness, sometimes associated with the Cancer.
And that classic Aquarius Sun Cancer Moon conflict logic versus emotion, detachment versus caring, that kind of mirrors the push-pull you might feel, doesn't it?
It really does. Trying to express feelings while still needing that independence. Do these other combinations give you any insights into your own inner workings?
Ultimately, though, it seems like this combination holds amazing potential. That nurturing Cancer core plus the visionary Aquarius outlook.
It really points towards compassionate action, doesn't it? A genuine desire to make a positive difference. Driven by empathy, but with a broader view.
So what kind of positive impact are you feeling drawn towards in 2025?
Okay, let's zoom out a bit to the bigger cosmic picture for 2025. There are some major planetary shifts happening.
Like Saturn moving into Aries from May.
Yes, for your Aquarius rising, that could mean more disciplined communication, maybe more responsibility in your immediate surroundings.
And for the Cancer Sun?
Could point to increased career focus, building something sustainable, professional success needing structure. How might that transit affect your communication or career goals?
And then Jupiter moves into Cancer in June. That sounds pretty significant.
It really is, especially for your Cancer Sun. Jupiter in your own sign often brings personal growth, more confidence, new beginnings.
Amplifying those nurturing vibes, too.
Definitely. And for the Aquarius rising part, it could open doors related to health, work routines, maybe even partnerships. What kind of growth or new starts feel possible for you? And we can't forget Pluto and Aquarius all year long.
That's the big transformation transit, right? Especially for Aquarius rising.
Profound transformation, yes. Affecting identity, your role in society. It's really a time to embrace your uniqueness, be open to revolutionary personal shifts.
What parts of your identity feel like they're ready for that kind of evolution?
Also, the lunar nodes shifting into Pisces and Virgo back in January, that's highlighting a move towards intuition, spirituality.
While letting go of overanalysis, self-criticism, the Virgo side.
Exactly. So for Aquarius rising, maybe listening to inner guidance around finances or transformation. For the Cancer Sun, focusing on spiritual growth, releasing limiting beliefs in communication.
How can you consciously bring in more intuition and ease up on self-critique this year?
And one more Venus retrograde in Aries and Pisces, March, April.
Ah, the relationship review period.
Pretty much. Introspection about relationships, personal values, how you give and receive love. It affects personal and professional connections.
So a time to reevaluate connections, clarify values.
Definitely. Are there any relationships or core values that feel like they need a closer look during that time?
Wow, okay. So putting it all together, 2025 really seems to emphasize personal growth, self-discovery.
And spiritual development, yeah. Pluto in Aquarius is pushing for authenticity, aligning that inner emotional Cancer world with the unique outer Aquarius expression.
How do you feel you can step more fully into that authentic power this year?
And the nodes are nudging towards balancing logic and intuition, aren't they?
The Aquarius Rising analysis and the Cancer Sun feeling?
Right. Trusting inner guidance while releasing that tendency to overthink everything. How can you integrate those two ways of knowing better?
And given the Cancer Sun sensitivity, building emotional resilience seems key.
Absolutely. Conscious effort there.
Yeah.
Balancing emotional needs with that Aquarian capacity for detachment. Finding healthy boundaries.
What kind of strategies could help enhance emotional well-being this year?
Finally, that blend of Aquarius focus on the collective and Cancer's caring nature.
Mm.
It really points towards community, doesn't it?
Humanitarianism, maybe, especially with the North Node in Pisces, emphasizing compassion.
Exactly. Engaging with causes that resonate with your values could bring a real sense of purpose. Are there any causes you're feeling drawn to?
So as we wrap up this deep dive for 2025 for you, the Cancer Sun with Aquarius Rising Man, remember, it's all about that dynamic interplay.
Embrace the harmony you can find between that visionary intellect and your nurturing empathy. It's there.
Yeah, the cosmic landscape this year with all these shifts, it's a huge opportunity for deeper self-awareness, empowered living, really.
We truly hope this exploration has sparked some cosmic clarity, maybe a few aha moments for the year ahead.
What's the one thing from this dive that's really sticking with you right now? What new possibilities are opening up as you think about that dance of the water bearer and the crab inside you?
To keep illuminating your own cosmic path, do follow us here at ASTRALX, illuminating your cosmic path.
And for a really personalized exploration tailored just for you, consider subscribing for your own recorded audio reading delivered straight to your email.
You'll find the purchase links right there in the description. Until our next deep dive, may the stars truly guide your way.